You are live. Where am I live? I don't know where I'm live. This is great. This happens every freaking time. Okay, it says I'm live, but I have no idea if it says I'm live in the group. So we're gonna go with this. Okay, so hey group members, this is your admin and host of your group, Leah, and I'm a hot mess today, so I am not even going to attempt to do an introduction. So I'm gonna have Monique kind of introduce herself and talk about what she's here to talk about today. So it's the best way for me to give her the mic. So Monique, how are you today? And let us know who you are, who you help, and why you're here today.
All right. Well, hi, Leah, first of all. And hey, everybody in the group, thanks for having me today. So my name is Monique Shurray. I'm a media coach and video marketing strategist. I love helping entrepreneurs get confident on camera and create a video marketing strategy so that they can land more sales and more clients in their business. Yes, I believe you are being way too hard on yourself too. Yeah, I believe that you are the bomb.com. So thank you for having me. So today as we know, video isn't going anywhere, right? If anything, in regards to social media, video is just growing more popular. And so I help entrepreneurs really leverage using video, particularly live video, to bring in more leads and sales. So let me know in the comments, what type of business that you have, like what products that you're selling. Okay, what are some of the things that you sell? So today I'm just going to give you 5 things that you need to have in your video content marketing to get more sales with your products. Okay, get more sales. So 5 things you must have in your video content strategy to get more sales with your products using video. All right, so let me just say this. I was in a Facebook group, Leah, and the leader of the group asked, what are your struggles when it comes to content, like content marketing? And by far, the number one thing was consistency. Okay, consistency. We all know if consistency, that's how you begin to really see more growth, is being consistent. So I said, okay, let's dig into this. So someone said software and digital services, all in one CRM and social media management. That's really good, especially with the software and digital services. Okay, so what I'm going to give these 5 things are going to help you not only get more sales and clients, but help you to be consistent. So number one, you have to have your goal identified. What is your goal for this video marketing? What is your goal for these videos? Your videos, what they do is they attract people to you. They help nurture the relationship, and they help convert someone from browsing to buying. So that's a 3-phase process: attract, nurture, convert. So maybe let's just say for 30 days, you just want to have some brand awareness of a particular product or service, right? You just want some brand awareness. So maybe that could be one goal, right? Or maybe, hey, you're launching something, you're launching a service, or you have a new launch for your products coming out. That could be another goal. But the first thing you have to identify is, what is your goal? And they can rotate, right? It's not always going to be the same goal for the whole 12 months, but know what that goal is. That's where you start. Okay. Somebody said consistency rules the world. Absolutely agree. Okay. So that's the first thing, having your goal identified. The second thing is create your pillar content. Okay. So I love talking about pillar content. Pillar content are core subjects that brand you as the expert that you are in the niche that you're in. Okay, pillar content. So it's basically 4 core subjects that you regularly speak on that brand you as the expert. For example, mine are confidence on camera, video marketing, offers, okay, because I talk about the money, and then productivity, because I want people to be able to know that it's not hard to create video content. So those are my 4. So, and I took the liberty of thinking, okay, well, what could Leah's be? Okay, so let me say what I came up for you, Leah. I came up with photography tips, visual storytelling, branding, and social media marketing, particularly with Instagram, because, so I said, okay, well, those could be her 4 things. So let's just say if Leah, for 1 month, she just wants to talk about photography tips. For one whole month, that's her pillar. And then she's going to create topics stemming from photography tips. So what I tell people is for 1 month, stick on one pillar. Stick on one pillar for 1 month, and the way that you talk about those things are going to be so varied and different that your audience won't get worn out by you talking about, the one pillar. But what it does is helps brand you as the expert, and it helps people to know, hey, if I want photography tips, I need to talk to Leah. If I want to know about visual storytelling, I need to talk to Leah, right? So that's what that does. So that's number 2 is pillar content that you need to establish. Okay, 4 core pillars. Number 3, video topics that align with your goal. Okay, so we said number 1, we have to have the goal established. Then you have to have video topics that align with that goal, and that stems from the pillar. So, for example, one of my pillars is confidence on camera. So, a few of my topics could be 7 things that kill your confidence as an entrepreneur. Okay, 7 things that kill your confidence as an entrepreneur. Or it could be being confident on camera, even if it's your first time going live. Okay, because what I know about my audience is the fear of going live is so real.
Oh,
I mean, do you
Monique,
agree?
it is huge in our group. When I first started the group, the biggest thing I wanted to do was do a live challenge week where it like builds up that confidence so that by Friday they would feel more confident to go live. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." And then when I finally started setting everything up, nobody wanted to do it. They were all like, "I don't have time to do this. I don't want to be on camera." Nobody wants to see me. They want to see the products. And that's what the whole storytelling is all about. Yeah, they want to see products, but they also want to see the person who makes the products to make that human connection.
They sure do. They sure do. And the fear of just, sometimes going live, I mean, it's a real thing. And so that stops people. And when I, teach is, hey, how to overcome that. Honestly and truly, sometimes when I go live, I still get nervous. And I've been going live for a long time. My background is in radio and television. But sometimes you still get nervous, but you know that, hey, I still have a message, I still have a purpose, and I'm still going to do it. Okay, because really people are not they're paying more attention to your message and what you have to say, so you don't have to be perfect.
Right.
So,
And I mean, even when I go live and I talk about, like, I just photographed a bar mitzvah this past weekend, and people actually jumped on the live when I put bar mitzvah in the topic because they knew I was going to give some information, even though I was talking about my experience, because that's who I am. I'll jump on a live. I won't have this whole detailed title, but they know that something's going to come out of it.
right. And you know what? That brings me to another point when you say that. Some of the topics could be like behind the scenes stuff, because that's really interesting. Like, oh, a bar mitzvah. Let's see what Leah's doing. Let me hop on and see what this is about. You know what I mean? And so those type of topics and those lives really draw people as well. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid. So, as far as the products and things like that, like let's just say if you have a book, you can, hey, take a chapter and, kind of go live on some of the points that you have in that particular chapter of the book. If you are shipping out products, maybe you can go live and you can show the process of these products being shipped out, the process of it being made. We see that on Instagram all the time. I mean, I love those food videos. I'm like, Instagram knows I like food videos. They always show them. They show up on my feed all the time. But that's so interesting. So I love that you said that. Bar mitzvah, you went live, and people hopped on. So that's the 3rd thing, the video topics that align with your goal. The 4th thing is having the right call to action. So I have a client who has a Facebook group, right? She has a Facebook group, but then she said, well, I want to start being more active on Instagram. And they said, well, I want to start putting my videos on YouTube. Okay. I want to start doing more email. I said, okay, hold up. Okay. Slow down, back up. You have a Facebook group of a good number of people in there, hundreds of people, but they haven't really been nurtured. You haven't been active in there. Let's start there. See, the problem is sometimes with our call to action, it has to be aligned with our goal. We're telling people to follow us on Instagram or Twitter, and we're not even there. So how does that serve us? How does that serve them? So as a part of your video marketing strategy, the call to action has to align with your goal. So whatever it is you want, it is you want people to do most at that time. So if it's join your Facebook group, that's great. Okay. If it's go to my website, subscribe, get 10% off of your next product. Okay, great. But the call to action has to align, because you don't want to tell people to follow you someplace and you're not there. And you're not there.
And Monique, I always tell my clients who sell products, obviously I'm a product photographer, so I work with product-based business owners, I tell them all the time, you might want to also change your call to action sometimes, because I see this all the time when I'm scrolling. Even if I'm not looking to buy, I just look at the call to actions at the bottom of a post or the top of a post. It's always like, DM me to order, or link in my bio to purchase. And I'm like, sometimes people are not ready. You need to kind of nurture that. So like you could say, hey, follow my page for more if you're posting a reel, or if you are active on Instagram and you want to move people to your group, say, hey, do you want to be part of my VIP group? They're the first ones to know about sales. Come join my group on Facebook, or something like that. So I feel like, I think I did an Instagram post on this, all different types of call of actions for product-based business owners, because it has to align with your goals. Yeah. If you want to make sales, that's fine. But if you're not nurturing the people that are not yet ready to make those purchases, you need to be able to do that.
Yeah. I agree with that. Definitely switch them up. Definitely. And again, that goes back to what your goal is. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then last but not least, when it comes to using video in your business, you really have to have a committed mindset. Sometimes, I work with clients that sometimes get discouraged because they only have a couple of likes, or maybe one comment, or maybe not that many views. But really, when you commit to it, honestly, it doesn't even matter, because you know that you still have a purpose, you still have a message, you're still using this for your business. So you have to hang in there. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a young lady that reached out to me. Maybe it was about last month, and she said that she had saw a video of mine and she wanted to book a VIP day with me. And when I kind of look back at her history, she hadn't commented on any of my videos that I remember. I think she's in my Facebook group, but she wasn't very active. But she saw a video, and I was able to kind of go back to the video that she watched, and I said, oh, okay, this is what she saw. This is what made her take action. So sometimes we may not, get the great feeling of, oh, I have 300 people on my live, everybody, that may scare some people too. But at the end of the day, you still have to stay committed. You stay committed to the process, and then you analyze the results. So I say, hey, at least 30 days, at bare minimum 30 days. I would say even go 60 days. I'm not saying every day. Let's just say once a week, and then kind of get in the groove of it and have people start expecting you. But don't get discouraged if there's only maybe a few people or a few likes and comments. You still have to continue to show up, continue to be consistent, and build that relationship with your people.
And I will say this, if Charles is the one that's been commenting, because I saw it on Facebook when I was pasting the link, but he was the one to talk to me, because in our group I used to do weekly networking rooms where I would have people come in and one person would show up, two people would show up. But I was like, I'm not giving up, because I need to make sure that people know that this is an opportunity. So people kept showing up. And now I've kind of went from once a week to once or twice a month just because of my availability. But I've also opened up a room on Wednesdays on Clubhouse for that opportunity. So I'm still doing the weekly thing. It's just changed where I'm doing it. And that's why I got a little frustrated today is Wi-Fi worked and weren't able to do our Clubhouse room. And I was like, no, people are depending on me. They said they were going to show up and I couldn't do it. But knowing that those people, it's like a bittersweet moment. Like you kind of upset them because you weren't available, but knowing that people were waiting on you to open up a room, that's the amazing part. It's because like you going, and I tell my mom this. My mom sells arts and crafts, and I told her like you have to go live once a week. She goes, no, nobody wants to see my face. I'm like, Mom, you just go live once a week, even if you just talk about how the dog chewed up one of your vinyl designs, or you talk about a funny story, or just tell her what's going on in your business. They'll log on and they'll listen, or they'll watch the replay and know that you're involved in the community. I think the best way to do it, if people are not confident enough yet, even if you just go live for 1 minute and just say, hey guys, just wanted to let you know I'm having a really good day. I have a poll on my Instagram story and I would really love for you to check it out. If you check it out or you have any questions, just DM me. And that gives them like 30 to 60 seconds on live video, building up that confidence to get there. I used to be a teacher, so I'm not afraid to talk on camera. So going live was never and never will be scary. I mean, I look like this and I'm going live because that's who I am. Like I don't dress up. I don't do that because that's not who I am. I mean, sometimes I'll look nice, but most of the time I look like. But I think people have to notice, like, people want the real you. And when you show that real you, that's what draws people to you, your personality. Like, I'm always having a rough time with technology. So every time I go live in the group, I tell the group members, okay, fingers crossed this is working today. And they just know that that's who I am, because I always have rough spots with technology, but I make a joke out of it and I go with the flow of things. So I think your best advice is just slowly gaining that confidence to keep going. So even if you don't have this big old thing to talk about, just go on and just tell them, hey, how you doing? Just so people know that you're still there. And especially product-based business owners, because you post so much about the product, people don't even know who's behind I call it the lens, but I guess behind the product.
I love that. I love what you said as far as just kind of what I tell people is just, you can go live and just tell a quick story. Or like you said, hey, this is where I am. This is what's been going on. Hey, I have a poll. Just, it doesn't have to be a long live, and it could be once a week. That's what I tell people. You don't have to go live every single day. You can go live once a week. You can repurpose that. You can turn it into other forms of content, but just kind of starting out, just showing up, because people really do want to connect with the person behind the product. And no, it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect, but just show up, and I like just taking those baby steps. So that is so, so true.
Yeah, and I think a great part too for people to start out is I did a masterclass on Instagram Reels, and I think people are intimidated because people get so many views and they're like, how do I get viral? And I go, it's not about getting viral. It's more of, you want to reach more people that would like your content, but also you want to show a different side of you. So like, I love making Reels. Like Reels is my, it's not a job for me. It's like my time to actually do something. Sometimes it's like self-care because my dog's involved in half of my Reels. So she's always licking my face or licking my camera or something. So it's fun to me. But some people are so intimidated by Reels. So I'm like, you don't have to be a successful business owner and have Reels, or you don't have to do Reels to be successful. Like, there's certain quirks that people want to do. And going back to your client, I think if you're trying to do too much at once, you are not doing well at one thing. You're doing mediocre at everything. So it's the same reason I didn't want to do TikTok or Twitter or Pinterest while I was doing Facebook and Instagram, because then you're spreading yourself super thin and then you're not giving yourself and you're not showing up consistently. So it's even TikTok. I could do reels all day long, but scrolling through TikTok to find the trending sounds, and then you get sucked into that wormhole of watching videos. So I don't think it's
Mhm.
very helpful. But I think what you said about really nurturing that audience. Like I
Mhm.
bring my Instagram followers to my Facebook group and then
Mhm.
nurture them in my Facebook group. And then I help them find other connections. So I think that's the important part is drawing people, moving them through that funnel. Even if it's not a sales funnel, it's just a nurturing funnel.
Exactly. Exactly. 100% agree. 100% agree. Well, thank you so much. Those are the 5 things. So I'll just do a quick recap. Number 1, having your goal identified. Number 2, your pillar content. So establishing those 4 core subjects that you frequently and regularly talk about that, establishes you as the expert. Number 3, the video topics that align with your goal. Okay, so from confidence to whatever it is that your core pillars, create video topics from that. Number 4, the right call to action. And as you mentioned, Leah, you can have different ones. Please, mix those things up if it aligns with your goal. And then number 5, having a committed mindset. Stick with it, and you are going to be okay. Trust me, you will be fine.
Well, we appreciate you coming on today, Monique. Really do. I think this would help a lot of people in the group that are afraid of going live and need more help with those videos. If you want to get connected with Monique, I did drop all the information both in the Facebook group event and here in the StreamYard live video too. So if you want to get connected and join her masterclass or any of that information, it's all in there. So,
Yes.
and always remember, like I tell the audience, please connect with the experts here. They are brought into the group for a reason. They're here to help you, not hurt you. So
Exactly.
I hope
Exactly.
everyone has a great day.
All righty. Thank you.